The Footprints Conversation series features discussions and insights from accomplished workplace and marketplace leaders, and their experiences on key leadership issues that could be of value to professionals and businesspeople working for the Lord in their workplace and marketplace. For the next 3 weeks, we are going to hear from a diplomat, president, and a distinguished leader 6 key biblical leadership principles that would be of value to us. Please let us welcome His Excellency Moses.
Just to say, I was a shepherd too, and I am happy to be here. Let me also take this opportunity to greet your audience.
So, we are finally here, and thanks for your availability. As you indicated, you are going to sift out of the chaff your over 40 years leadership experience into 6 C's of biblical leadership principles. Each week you will give us 2 C's for our application.
You are right. Let me say that, for those listening in other languages like French, don't worry. The 6 C's in English are just meant to organize my over 40 years of leadership experience into 6 key biblical leadership principles for ease of reference. Your understanding and application of them are more important to me, and that is why I am doing this.
Okay. We are ready for you.
The first key biblical leadership principle is concern. In my case, although I was comfortable as a prince and the worst thing that could have happened to my future career is to become vice president or second in command to the next Pharaoh Ramesses, I risked everything because of the concern for the freedom of others, the Israelites. Concern should be the hay nest for calling. Calling builds on concern, and they constitute 1 C. In my case, although I had the concern, I made a grave mistake of committing a murder before the calling.
What happened?
Pardon me for that. I took matters into my own hands. And the guy I defended kicked against me. So, Ramesses declared me a wanted man, a fugitive.
A wanted prince? With a booty on his head? And what happened?
I took to bush. I run for my life. I tell you, it wasn't funny then. Very interesting. It was when I took to bush that I received my calling with the burning bush experience. The Lord told me, I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out because of their slave drivers, and I am concerned about their suffering. When I heard that, I said to myself, Yes, Lord, we have the same concern. But this concern is also the reason why I am a wanted man. Then came the calling, So now go. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people the Israelites out of Egypt.
Then you were in a big problem then. You must go back and face the man who has declared you wanted.
Don't let us go there for time's sake. Just to say, I gave every excuse on earth, but it was of no use. But I learnt 3 key things about concern and calling that I want to share with your audience. Concern and calling should be fundamental to 1. The vision forming, 2. The mission or ministry, and 3. Your fulfillment and accountability.
Please break it down for us.
For me, that concern I had of freeing the Israelites from their misery when I was a prince and later became confirmed in the calling formed and provided clear vision for the mission and kept me going in the ministry when no one was patting me on the shoulders and everyone was against me. When I was left all alone at Mount Nebo and was forbidden to enter the Promised Land, what gave me fulfillment was seeing the Israelites finally free and walking towards the Promised Land. It was a great satisfaction. Although physically, I didn't share in that experience, but spiritually I was there with them. The concern and calling over 40 years ago has been fulfilled.
Yes, despite all the mistakes you finally fulfilled the calling. For example, we read that, it was the Lord himself who buried you near Beth Peor, you appeared at the Transfiguration with Elijah and Jesus, and you were listed among the Hebrew 11 Hall of Fame.
just by His mercies. I will tell you more about this God who has called us in the third sea when I lay bare my mistakes.
Before then, I want to bring the 3 things you shared with us into contemporary setting. Assuming I am a mechanic and had the concern that people regard most mechanics as crooks and bring a lot of frustration to families when they repair vehicles. 1. The calling and vision forming. Based on that concern, I had the calling and vision for not just repairing vehicles but to use my mechanic shop as a ministry to deliver solutions and peace of mind to my customers. 2. The calling and ministry. I then trained apprentices and influenced my friends who are mechanics with the same calling and integrity. People may call me stupid because I am always honest with what I do. But I have the conviction that it is the blessings of the Lord, the one who has called me, that makes one rich. 3. The calling and fulfillment. When I grow old and could no longer work at my mechanic shop and could not even enjoy good food for my wealth because all my teeth were gone, I will find satisfaction and fulfillment from the smiles I brought to families, my apprentices and mechanic friends I influenced and impacted due to my calling to deliver solutions and peace of mind.
You are right on point on the application in a contemporary workplace setting. On that, I would like to ask someone in your audience. Do you have any concern and calling for the job and position you are doing now? If you are working for the Lord, you should have a calling behind what you are doing at your workplace. Ask the Lord and He will show you, like He did for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, experience is talking. We will go to the second sea this week. Let's give it up to His Excellency Moses.
For those who sent us messages of how you were blessed by the discussions in the videos, God bless you for that. Our understanding from Hebrews 4 verse 2 is that you were blessed because you combined what you viewed and heard with faith. May we ask you to encourage those you pass on the videos to do the same. Our focus is more on those who are blessed by the biblical leadership principles the Lord is teaching us to apply at our workplace, and not just the number of viewers. Let us encourage one another as we fulfill our callings at our workplace.